Hello and welcome to the first eConnect training video brought to you by ImageWorks Marketing. In this session, we'll briefly touch on the main areas of the dashboard that you'll be using. I feel it's important to just familiarize you with these areas first, and then we'll jump in and use them in the following video exercises. So let's just get started by logging into the play.growyourstore.com/login. If you've been given a username and password to play around on here, I'd suggest you do so you can follow along. Once you're logged in, you're going to take a look at your profile page. I just quickly want to show you this edit link where you can change your email if you need to, or new username and password, things like that. Otherwise, let's just jump in and get started. As you can see at the top, once you're logged in, there's an editor bar. And the main thing you're going to be in is Dashboard. So go ahead and click Dashboard. The main areas you'll be using here are Sitemap, File Manager, and Scrapbook. So let's start by taking a look at Sitemap. And you'll see that's exactly what it is. It just gives you an outline of all the pages of your site. So you can see in here we got under About Us, for example, we have all these pages in here: community service, store brands, pizza, catering, etc. And just to real quickly show you how that relates, I'm going to go back to the page, roll over About Us, and here's community service, store brands, pizza, and catering. So back in the dashboard, I'm going to click back on Sitemap, and just real quickly we're going to go over things that you can do in here, but they're going to make a lot more sense once we're actually using them in the following video exercises. I'm just going to click on About Us, the page itself, and here we have these various options. First one is Visit. If I click this, it's going to just bring me directly to that page. So I'm going to go back in the dashboard, Sitemap, and click on this again, and the next one is Properties. Once I click that, you have several tabs up here of options. The first one is Standard Properties. This is where you're going to want to name your pages. The second one is Page Paths and Location, and that basically lets you give the URL to your page an SEO-friendly ending. And Custom Attributes is where you're going to want to put all your meta title and description and keyword tags. You can see there's just some quick ones in here. If I click on this again, then you have Set Permissions is basically administrative and design, so is that. Versions is where you can it actually keeps track of all the updates you make to pages. Real quickly, this bolded line here is the most recent version. If I wanted to go back a couple versions, I'd click this checkbox, click Approve, and it would take me back to this previous version. This table has name, comments, creator and approver, and the date in which the updates were made. If I'm not certain of the version I want to go back to, I can click on the name, and it'll show me exactly what it used to look like. I can also compare if I click two versions that hopefully have some differences and click Compare. You'll see the red one is the one before previous, and the green one is the newer version. So I'm going to uncheck those. And of course, if I just want to remove an update or a version altogether, you just click Remove. And then of course we have, if you click this again, you have Deletes. I can just simply delete a page. I can also add a page. And this is an external link if I want a link in the navigation to just simply link to an external site somewhere. I want to use this. Next is File Manager. If I go ahead and click that, this is where we're going to be storing all the images of the site. And as you can see, It's pretty overwhelming at first because we have 10 pages worth of images in the site right now. And you organize those through file sets. And just real quickly, give you an example of how useful that can be is if you are uploading images or PDFs. Let's take a look at the PDF file set. If I check that, then it's only going to show me what's been assigned to that file set. So you can quickly see how useful these will be. Up here is where you're going to choose files to upload from your desktop or wherever. If you select one and choose it, and then you're going to upload it. And I'll show you how to upload an image when we're actually going through the video exercises. But you can also assign and create file sets while you're uploading. And real quickly, next is Scrapbook. 3 areas in here, one of which is Personal Scrapbook. This is where you're going to keep copy blocks of items to refer to for formatting reasons, or if you wanted to take them off the site but add them back at a later time without having to recreate them, you'd want to put them in your Personal Scrapbook. Embedded template items is more of a administrative area. I'd suggest you keep out of here. Any changes in here, you're probably going to give us a call. The third one is Global Scrapbook, and this is where we're keeping all the sidebar callouts and main content callouts. And the reason we have a global scrapbook for these items is they're used on multiple pages. So if I wanted to change what this text said here, and this particular global scrapbook item is on 8 pages in the site, all I gotta do is edit it here, and it's gonna update site-wide instead of having to go page by page by page to make edits. But it'll make a lot more sense when we actually put it to use. So those are the basic 3 areas in Dashboard you'll be using: Sitemap, File Manager, and Scrapbook. So now that you're familiar with them, let's put them to use in the following video exercises, where we'll be creating our own test page and adding content to it.